Happening right now, a stormwater tax is one step closer to making it onto the November ballot for people who live in the city of San Diego.
CBS 8's Kelly Hussedall joining us live now from City Hall with more on what you've learned here today. Kelly?
That's right, and a committee just approved sending this stormwater measure to the city attorney's office to craft the language. So we're still in the early stages of it. But yeah, as you mentioned, we are one step closer to it becoming onto the November ballot. Now, first, there was public comment. Take a listen.
We cannot afford for our community to be flooded again.
This ballot measure is long overdue, and my community is completely wiped out because of the city's negligence.
While stormwater infrastructure is critical and the impacts are real, the proposed parcel tax does present some concern. Although the rate has not been identified, the maximum rate could be a huge impact and a shock to the economy. We would request that the rate itself be looked at.
And so we heard from several people today, the majority in favor of this stormwater tax. Though one person did raise some concern, as you heard. So we heard from people who live in Southeast San Diego affected by the flooding. We heard from environmental groups. And again, the Rules Committee voted in favor of moving this measure forward to the city attorney's office. Council President Shanila Rivera, who proposed putting this on the November ballot, pointed out 1,700 San Diegans woke up in hotel rooms today because of the flooding back in January. Staff reminded everyone the city faces a $1.6 billion stormwater infrastructure deficit, and the city is regularly out of compliance with water quality standards. A union representing lifeguards says they're in favor of it because they're constantly going into contaminated water just to do their job. But the big question remains, just how much would this tax mean per household? Right now it's 95 cents per household. That rate was set back in the 90s. Some of the numbers we've heard mentioned previously, Mayor Gloria says the rate is more like $10 per month per household, but a rate has not yet been set. So that is something that is still being looked at. So back out here live, should this go onto the November ballot, it would require 2/3 of the voters to approve it for it to pass. Kelly Hussedall, CBS 8.